What's up, Amazon sellers? Did you know Amazon has updated their free Amazon revenue calculator in 2022? In this video today, I'm going to share with you what that is, walk you through how to actually use it, and then give you my top deal analysis process using this calculator, and then I'll compare it to a paid version and obviously see the differences. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. In the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, check this out. And in the USA, we've recently broken in 6 figures, check this out. Now, if you're interested in learning what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and obviously what I'm sharing on my journey, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me, what are we going to talk about today? Well, first things first, number one, I'll talk about what is the Amazon revenue calculator. Number two, I will talk about how to actually use the Amazon revenue calculator, and I'll jump on a live screen share. Number three, I'm going to share with you my step-by-step guide and actually the process I would use to do a deal analysis with the revenue calculator on a live screen share. And then finally, number four, I'll do a comparison of the free Amazon revenue calculator versus a paid-for alternative that we use within our business, and also show the pros and cons of each. So let's get started. So first things first, what is Amazon's new revenue calculator? The Amazon free revenue calculator is a web page from Amazon, which is going to help you calculate profit, margin, and all the information you need to know about selling a product on an Amazon marketplace. Now, for us, we sell in the UK and the USA, but it might be Germany and Mexico that you want to sell in, and it can help you with that. Now, they all have their own, should we say, revenue calculator that you can use, and they're all free to use and provided by Amazon, and you don't even need an Amazon selling account. You can literally just log on, or should you go straight to the website now, and I'll drop a link down below to them, or type in Amazon revenue calculator into Google, and obviously type the country after, for example, Amazon revenue calculator UK or USA, and get the correct one, and obviously start calculating your profits. Okay, so this leads me nicely on to my second chapter, how to actually use the Amazon's free revenue calculator in June 2022 with a new update. So what I'm going to do now is really jump onto my computer, and I'll give you a live screen share of the revenue calculator. I'll talk it through, talk about the functionality of it, and also some other cool features that we've seen as well. And then finally, we'll go into actually how to use it. So let's jump on the computer now. Okay, so first things first, I want to actually navigate to it. So I'm going to go to Amazon revenue calculator, and I'm just going to go to the UK version. So we'll do that for the demonstration here, but you can do USA. So let's go straight away, go to this. And the one thing you might see is I'm currently logged into my Amazon Seller Central account, but you don't actually have to be at all. So let's kind of just clear some of these down and get started. So what we've got here straight away is talk about the Amazon revenue calculator. Now you get to search the Amazon catalog or define a product. So you can define a product like if you're going to, should we say, make your own product, maybe your private label branded, importing from China, defining your own product. You can put all the measurements, category, the price, and estimate there. But for us, we're going to do, should we say, find a similar product. Now, if you are making your own product, you can use find a similar product and then put it in. Okay, so for the sake of this example, what we're going to do is take an existing product, maybe the one that we want to buy and resell, and that's what I do a lot of, and then obviously see the fees behind it. So first of all, let's go find that product on Amazon's customer page. So here we are. This is the product that I want to test. So first things first, we need to get what's known as the ASIN, the ASIN. And this is like a barcode just for Amazon. And we're going to scroll down. We're going to come down to these technical details right here. And you can see here it says ASIN. And we're going to grab that. So let's copy that information. And then let's come back to the revenue calculator. And right here, we choose the Amazon store. And then we're just going to paste in that ASIN or ASIN. So once you search, it's going to bring up that information. So let's just scroll down and you can see. So it tells us about what the product is, the weight, the size, the store, kind of sales rank, which is quite interesting, offers and kit rating, which is fantastic. Let's go and scroll down a little bit more. So what we've got here is it automatically loads up into Amazon fulfillment and your fulfillment. And then interesting enough, it's got other fulfillment programs. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But what I do like about this is you can actually select. So for example, in the EU, you could do European Fulfillment Network, and obviously compare FBA, Amazon Fulfillment, FBM, your fulfillment, and the EFAN, which is European Fulfillment Network. So you can do that as well, but I'll close that for a second. So let's just do the simple comparison. We've got here Amazon Fulfillment. Let's have a look at that. So again, you can put in your sales price. So what might we be selling that for? Well, this product right now is really going to be selling for $21.90. Cool. So this product right now is going to be selling for about $21.90. We'll drop that in. And then what it's going to tell me here is the fees. So I can see the fees right now. That's quite good. So it kind of tells me what the referral fee is, what the per item fee is, variable closing fee. If I just update this, let's call it 25, for example. you can see that updates automatically. You don't need to push a button, automatically updates. It also talks about the FBA fulfillment costs, so I can see all them. And if there's any extra bagging costs that need to happen, they'll do that. You can add that in, so tick them as well, but we're not going to do that. And then any storage costs, which is quite good because you do have to pay storage costs into Amazon. So for here, it's just going to put it in. And what's really good is you can kind of see, when is your storage? So in January and September, it's 3 pence per unit for the 1 unit. And in December, it goes up to 5 pence per unit. So you've got to think about that as well. Now, you might think about how quick you can store it. Now, in my business, I like to really, think about, buying a product, shipping it in, selling it within 1 month. So I'll leave that at 1, but if you're maybe a bit of a slower seller, you might increase that to like 2 months, 3 months, for example. Now, it says here, average inventory units stored. For me, I probably would always leave that at 1. Why? Well, because quite simply, what am I doing? I'm going to work out the profit for 1 unit, and if that's profitable, then I'll buy as many as I can. So I'm not really going to worry about a lot more. So we've got here storage cost per unit sold, and then other costs. So interesting enough, the one big thing that I really like here, they've now added in the VAT. So that's really good because beforehand it never used to have that. So that value added tax, they're adding that on, which is fantastic. So we've got a product, we're selling it for £25. We've got the Amazon fees of $3.83, FBA fees of $2.63. We've got some storage costs in there and we've got VAT. Now we've got estimated cost per unit sold. So we're gonna have to pay the fees of £10.67 for every time you sell it for £25. And then what it's saying is net profit per unit is $14.33. One thing we haven't put in is cost of goods. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna buy this product now for £10. So let's put that £10 in. Well, that means if I'm going to buy it for £10, I'm going to be, paying fees or costs, £20.67. That includes my £10 cost of goods. And I'm going to be making £4.33 per item profit. So you can see here, profit per item, $4.33, and my net margin is $7.31. I quite like that. I think that's pretty good. I would take that. I'm going to invest £10, pay some fees to Amazon, and get $4.33 back, ideally within a month or 2. I quite like that. So that helps you really understand the FBA side. Let's jump over to the fulfillment side. So again, if we're going to do the same process, let's have a look now. 25, drop that in. Maybe delivery charges, getting it to the customer. Let's call it £3 to get the delivery to the customer. Amazon fees, obviously it's going to tell you that. Voila, how much we have to pay to Amazon. So it's saying, actually, the referral fee is going to be 33 pence, which seems really low. I don't think that's right. So referral fee is 33 pence. Let me update that. There you go, 3.38. That's why I had to put in the pence. That's quite a bad thing. Fine, so that's right, 3.38. Fulfillment costs, so how much do we need to do? So I'm just going to put in there pretty much £1 to pick, pack, ship it. That'll do. Storage costs, I probably won't put a fee in for that. And then it's got the VAT here. So, and then my cost of goods, £10. So again, I can see here, if I'm going to fulfill it myself and I can fill it for £3 delivery to the customer, then quite simply, I'm going to be making £9 profit off it, which is obviously going to be more profitable than doing it through FBA. There are pros and cons, and I won't go into them, but quite simply, you can see there, you can add that in. Now, I did talk about it earlier, and I do just kind of come up to here. The one thing I really like about the new calculator here is you've got your fulfillment, which is obviously we've already done here, Amazon FBA here, and then also you can compare it versus other ones. So let's say, for example, you're selling in the UK and you want to do EFN, which is selling over to Europe. You can click on the EFN tab and that's going to load up the calculator for that. Or perhaps maybe you want to look at Pan-Europe FBA or Pan-Europe Small and Light. And you can even close down these. So I could be like, well, actually, I want to choose European fulfillment and then Pan-Europe FBA. And I'm not saying you should do these or you shouldn't, but you can go through these calculators as well and do that. I'm not going to go through them now because they're quite complex. And actually, you probably won't start selling on Amazon doing European Fulfillment Network or Pan-Europe. You'll generally just do the Amazon Fulfillment FBA or My Fulfillment. But it's really nice to see these calculators here. And obviously, you can go through and have a look at all the fees that they're going to charge, which I think is super useful. So that's pretty much it in regards to the calculator, and that's really useful. But what I want to do now is I want to go through and give an example of the product that we're looking at and do deal analysis using the free calculator and actually kind of show you how I do that calculation and to really going to help you out. So let's jump back onto the computer now and show you how to do a deal analysis of a product using, should we say, the revenue calculator, and we'll do it as a live deal analysis. So let's jump back onto the computer now. Okay, so here we are with the product and we're going to look at this one now. So this product's selling currently for £20.15. Let's say, for example, I can buy this product right now for £7. Now what I want to do is scroll down and get that ASIN, remember? So we'll grab this. And I'll share a little trick with you if you want to know that ASIN is also available in the URL just after the DP slash, and then that's the ASIN. Let's go back to our revenue calculator and let's go paste and search that. So voila, it's got it in here. And also it's giving us the price, which I really like. Let's have a look now. So it's already filled out the price, fantastic. And let's kind of go down straight away. I want to put in the cost of goods. So I'm going to put my £7 in. So first things first, what am I doing? Straight away, I've just come in, load it up. It's already got the sales price, which I love. Also, I'm just going to put the buy price in. I'm going to have a quick look at that net profit and ROI. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put in that cost of goods, £7, and I'm just going to put in that, have a quick look at that net profit and ROI. Now, let's just be clear. I'm generally looking for a net margin of about 10% plus. Why? 10% net margin will be at 20% ROI, roughly, not perfect. And that's generally what I'm looking at. Anything below that, I'm probably not going to go for, but I want to be looking at more than 10% net margin. And then the profit is, anything over about £2, maybe £3 is probably at least where I'm going to be going for. So right now, this product I'm quite happy with. So when we're doing our analysis, we're looking at 3 core fundamentals. We're looking at number 1, which is profit. Number 2, I generally look at ROI, but for this calculator, we'll look at margin, and 10% what we're looking for. So profit, ideally £3 and above. Margin, we're looking for about 10% or higher. So this is that. And then the final one we want to look at is really about does this product sell? Now, if we come back to the product itself, what I can see is, the product here, it's got 26 reviews, seems okay, but I need to just make sure that this product is actually a product that's selling. So how do I do that? Well, unfortunately, Amazon Revenue Calculator doesn't do that. You can put in here estimated sales, but it doesn't tell you how many it's actually selling. We're going to use another tool for that to help us in this calculation. So let's come back down to the product. Let's scroll down to, where we got the ASIN from. And what we're looking at right here is what's known as the bestseller rank. Now, under the bestseller rank, you're going to have a couple of numbers, and we're looking for the one where it says top 100 in insert something. So it'll be like insert a category. We're going to look at that beauty category. So we're looking at 84,000 in the top 100 beauty category. And what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to come over to, and I'm going to search for in Google, the Jungle Scout free sales estimator. Now, quite simply, I'll drop a link down below for this as well. This is a free sales estimator that you can use. So first things first, what we want to do is just put in that 84,000. Roughly, it doesn't have to be perfect. Choose the marketplace, and for us, it's going to be the UK. And then what we're after is that category. So that category is going to be beauty. Let's click on that and then click estimate sales. Now this is going to say no valid data, so it's not really saying it's selling very well. Let's say, for example, I put 50,000 in there. Let's kind of do that. It's saying 30. So it's probably going to be between like 0 and 30 because no valid data means 0. It's not perfect, but it's free. We're trying to do it with. So let's call it, let's say, for example, this product is selling like 10 units per month. So I know it's actually selling. It's got profit. So if I were to buy this product today, I'm going to be able to say, look, I can buy it for £7, I'm going to sell it for 20, and then I'm going to be able to make 10 sales a month, and I've got £33 profit I will make off that product. So that could be a good deal and something that I like. That's pretty much it in regards to the revenue calculator. What I want to go next is compare this revenue calculator versus a paid for tool that we use that is going to really help us understand. Now, what I want to do next is use this revenue calculator versus a paid for tool and compare them side by side to show the pros and cons of both approach. Let's jump into that. Okay, so what I want to do now is jump into a side-by-side comparison of the free Amazon Revenue Calculator versus a paid-for tool that I'm using. But before I do, I want to ask you the question, are you using a paid-for tool? If so, drop me the name of it down below. Or if not, I would love to know if you're using the free Amazon Calculator, and drop me the name of the Amazon Calculator down below. Okay, so here we are onto a product right now. And what I'm showing you on the left-hand side, if you're looking at it right now, is Seller Amp or SaaS. Now, this is a tool we use in my business to help us analyze new profit calculations. And we'll kind of go through the free revenue calculator versus SaaS and explain like the pros and cons of each and obviously what you might think. So we'll just kind of see how it works. So this is a product I looked at. It's a nice Lego product, going to the moon or Starship. So let's go through that. So first things first, what I want to do is I want to load up the Seller Amp versus the revenue calculator. Let's put them side by side. And what I will mention, if you are interested in Seller Amp, there is a link down below where you can get a free 14-day trial using affiliate link for myself. Check that out. So here they are side by side. Now what I want to do, first things first, is just put into the actual, revenue calculator and get that detail loaded up. So here we are, nicely loaded. And I'm going to use FBA, for example, because that's how I do my fulfillment. I'm sure most of you will. So we've got the product here, and let's just have a quick look. So the selling price of this product is going to be $27.19. Bit annoying that it hasn't pulled it through. So $27 $22.99, sorry, put that in there. And I'm just gonna make sure everything's correct. So what I wanna do quickly now is just check the fees are right. So let's have a quick look at the fees. So I'm gonna open up the Amazon fees here. I'm also gonna look at fulfillment costs, and I'm gonna go to Seller AMP quickly and break down the fees. And once I've done that, then I can actually do a proper comparison. So total fees here, we've got here, so referral fee, $4.20, great. FBA fee, $5.40, yep. You can see I've got prep fees of £1 or $1 here, and miscellaneous fees where we don't have it on here. But I do notice there's a fixed closing fee, which is very interesting. Why? Because they're adding in what's known as the fixed closing fee, which is if you have an individual selling account, whereas we have a professional selling account. Now, if you are going to sell on Amazon, you definitely want a professional selling account. It's only $5, £5 more, and you can win the buy box, make a lot more sales, and you don't pay that, should say, one-time fee. So for $5, you're gonna not have to pay $1 per sale. So for us, this is a business, so we'll definitely do that. So right here, you can see I've got £1 or $1.50 more, and this has got 99. So I'm gonna kind of correct for that. So I'll put in what's known as 51 cents into my shipping to Amazon fee, so that they kind of correct each other out. So should even out the fee costs. So we've got a storage cost here, 7. This isn't including the storage fee. There is no storage fee in there, but I could probably actually correct for that. Let's remove that. So let's make that 44. And that's pretty much it, everything in there. So we've got the total costs should be about the same. So storage fees, and I'd updated that. So they should be about the same fees now. Yeah, and you can see down here, total fees, $11.10 and $11.10. Fantastic. So let's go through now and do the analysis. Okay, so first things first, whenever I'm doing any analysis, the first thing I always check is two things. They're called eligibility to sell and the hazmat. Why? Well, eligibility to sell is basically whether you can actually sell this product or not. If you can't sell this product, then there's no point buying it to resell it. That's pointless. So you've got to get ungated, which is a whole nother process. But to do that, what I would do on my, should we say, Seller AMP here, I would check my panel, and this will tell me that I can sell the product, and I really like that, whereas in the revenue calculator, it doesn't. So revenue calculator, not so good because it doesn't tell you that eligibility to sell. Now, the next one I look at is IP complaints. Now, IP complaints are intellectual property complaints. This means if you are selling a product and the brand owner of that product doesn't like it, they can register an IP complaint with Amazon, and then also they can put a red flag on your account. Too many red flags, you lose your account. That's bad. So I want to protect about IP complaints. Now, over here, I can hover over this. It says, private label, this product has a few historic sales which sign it could be private label. Well, I know this is Lego and it's not a problem, but they're not saying it does have IP complaints. It says be careful. So that's good for Seller AMP. Revenue calculator doesn't tell me about that. That's annoying, and I'd probably have to go to something like the FastTrackFBA brand checker to check that. It just slows it down a bit more. Now, the next check that I do is called the 3 fundamentals. This is the profit, the ROI, and should we say the sales per month. Now, the reason why this is important is because you have to have 3 fundamentals. It doesn't matter how much profit you make and ROI you make. If it never sells, you will never see that. So we're looking for the 3 fundamentals. On Seller AMP, let's do that now. So we can already put in our price. Let's just put in our $10 we can buy this for example, and I'll drop it in here, $10 as well. So what can we get? Well, if we scroll down, we can see right now, profit on this is going to be $6.98 or $6.89, sorry, and ROI is going to be $68.90. I like ROI figures, but you can use margin. So if we scroll down and look at margin, down here, it's going to go profit margin 24.62. And then over on here, it says 6.89 and 24.61. So pretty much exactly the same. That's great. We've got the fees spot on. Now remember the 3 fundamentals, and I've talked about profit, ROI, or margin. The third one is actually sales per month. And on Seller AMP, it's going to show us 3,227. That's great. That's going to tell me that it's going to give me confidence that this product is actually selling. But on the Amazon revenue calculator, there is no, should we say, sales month. I have to put it in. So again, we'd have to go back through the Jungle Scout method, figure out sales per month, put that in, it's going to slow you down. So once I've done the first 2 checks plus the 3 fundamentals, the next bit I'm going to be looking at is to make sure that I can see if this product, right now the sales price, $27.99, is a good sales price, or maybe it's an artificially inflated price. Maybe this product normally sells for £10. How do I do that? Well, I use a tool called Keeper normally, and they track data over time or that sale price. Well, if I'm in, should we say, Seller AMP, I can literally take that $27.99 sale price, scroll down, have a look at this nice chart here, and it might look really confusing. Don't worry. What am I really looking at? Well, I'm looking at this pink line called the buy box, so I can hover over, and I'm trying to get a feel for what it is. So you can see it was $23.99 back in March the 6th. It was $25.99, and today it's gone up. So it is trending up, but maybe actually I think maybe that price is a bit too high. Let's call it, I don't know, 27. So I might put this back in and put 27 in so I can recalculate my profit and ROI, and I'm still happy with that. Still beating my $3 profit, 30% ROI, or should I say 15 or 10% margin, I'm happy. So over here, there is no kind of check against the historic price. It could be the case that the price I'm seeing today on Amazon Seller Central is a really high price or a low price, and that might not be the price I'm actually selling it at. So be careful. Now, once I understand that, the other thing I'm going to be looking at is the competition. So I know how much profit I'm going to make. I know how many sales per month it's doing. I want to know, is this product got a lot of competition? And if it has, maybe I might not buy as many of the products. Right now, this is selling 3,227. If I could buy 3,227 and sell them for that price, I'm going to be super happy. Okay, so that's pretty much it in regards to the comparison between them. Look, the one thing which I'll just kind of say on the side is be very mindful around that fixed closing fee. If you're going to sell on Amazon, you're probably going to have a professional selling account. And what you're looking for then is you won't have that fee. So just be very careful of that. Now, for me personally, I think the new updated Amazon revenue calculator is great. It does make a big improvement. Still, it's got a long way to go about, should we say, giving you the information you need to make informed decisions which are going to turn your business into a profitable business. And that is why I'm still going to continue using Seller AMP as our calculator tool. And if you want to, do check it out down below. The affiliate link, they get a free 14-day free trial. And also as well, we've got lots of guides in the FastTrackFBA YouTube channel about how to do proper analysis with it. And I go into real in-depth detail about to make sure that you're buying proper products which are going to be profitable for your business. Now, what I will say is after going through, should we say, the Amazon revenue calculator, you might be asking about how do I actually analyze deals and in more detail. So what I'll do is I will drop a video around here of how to analyze Amazon arbitrage deals on Amazon USA. Check that out. I think you'll really like it. Now, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, do hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.